What is up, guys? It's your boy Darkly. I am trying something a little different this time, recording wise, and I really hope that it works out. So, you'll probably notice that the voice filter that I use is a little different. Hopefully, it's a little more intelligible, and you can tell what I'm saying better. But, um, long story short, anyways, I just really wanted to update you guys on what's going on for the few of you who care to listen to my it's been like hour-long rants about life, but I'm really trying to keep this one at least under 10 minutes, so we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna be just discussing like just a couple things that have happened and like just all this craziness that's happened in these past couple of years. Because I think the last audio I made was maybe like 2 or 3 years ago ish, more or less, somewhere around there. So things are different. I must say that. Um, I guess I'll start that the relationship that you guys have know that I've been in. Okay, so here's the thing. This audio is basically covering everything that I have put in the Wattpad, whatever. Um, but I'm not keeping up with it anymore. Ever since this really big thing happened, I've just stopped using it and it just doesn't serve me anymore. But it still exists. It still has all of our entries from therapy, basically, and EMDR and all that stuff. So it serves a purpose, but I just don't like using it anymore. Um, and so I'm going to kind of overlap some stuff for those of you who have read that and just kind of tie into what's happening now in life. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm really trying to focus really hard. Um, I don't feel anybody close right now, I don't think, but we will see as this progresses. So, anyways, all that mumbo jumbo, blah, blah, blah aside, a lot has changed. We've moved back to Utah. We are no longer in Texas anymore, and we dragged our significant other up here with us. And it's been great. It's actually been really good. The last time I did therapy was in Texas when I was with them in the beginning of our relationship. And ever since then, I haven't been. And it's been good. It's been really good. I think I'm actually functional now. I think life is actually really good right now. Like, it's crazy. Um, well, a big part of that, though, like a big change I think that happened that I do want to mention is that our altar Wish, the orange skinned girl with the pink and blue hair, she is gone. Well, she's not gone because altars don't disappear, but we integrated with her. And it was really weird. So, me, Darkly, integrated with Wish and became Darkly 2.0, basically. And I remember it very vividly. This happened again, probably I want to say like at least 3 years ago. And we woke up one morning and I remember feeling like I was stuck in a dream still, but it was like probably some of the worst like derealization, depersonalization that I'd ever been through. Like it was crazy. I woke up thinking I was in a dream still. My partner was kind of concerned. I was like trying to tell him like that something wasn't right. I didn't feel right. I didn't feel like me, but I was me, but I had all these memories of I guess darkly point one. I was supposed to go into work that day. I remember texting my boss so many times, like not like in a row, just being like, man, I don't know if I can come in today. I think I'm having an episode. Then no, I can do it. I'll be there. Then I don't know, maybe not. Psych. And then being like, no, I have to go. What the fuck? And I was in a legitimate panic. We've never, well, I've never had an integration that had to do with me, obviously, before. So that was wild and it was scary and it was really hard on the system because if you remember, Wish was kind of hard to get along with just because she was very high energy. which I mean, I have a lot of her traits now because again, we just kind of like mushed together, and I kept waiting to feel normal, and like weeks would go by, and I never ever went back to feeling like myself. I remained. You might hear my bird squeaking in the background. I just remained as Darkly 2.0, and it never changed. And eventually, I just got used to it. But I have a lot of her mannerisms now. I feel a little more higher energy, for better or for worse. But yeah, it was hard for the system though, because Rod didn't really like Wish. So for probably a week, he didn't really want to talk to me. He didn't know how to like take it. He didn't understand like what to do. Truth was kind of trying to mediate everything and like get everybody on the same track and like accept the change, including myself, because I was just so confused. And I believe, because I didn't go to therapy for this exactly, because again, I knew enough about DID and OSDD-1B to know like what was happening. So I wasn't like, it wasn't, it was panic inducing, but I understood what had happened, thankfully. But, um, right now I'm getting fuzzy because I think Rod is listening now. God, what was I going to say? Um, wow. Okay. I don't remember what I was going to say. So, shit. Damn. Anyway, okay, we merged basically. And things have been different. Things got better, obviously. Me and Rod found a good, came back together again. We're cool now again, and things are all right. Oh, I literally have a freaking bullet list in front of me on things to remember in case this happens, which it's happening now. Um, we got a new altar. She's really dormant. She was only around for maybe a few months, but her name was Lou, and she was really cool, actually. I don't really know what her purpose was, but when we had to do like a lot of financial stuff, like she was around. So I'm assuming she just, I don't know. My brain thought that we needed help with money, I guess. I don't know. Ah, that's right. My brain. God, okay. That's what I was going to talk about. Oh, I believe I, my original darkly self or whatever merged with Wish because a part of our brain actually healed, which was great. That part of myself, that part of me, which was Wish, finally felt, I guess, safe enough to just integrate because our partner is just so understanding and so accepting and supportive. And I think she really liked him, and so she was able to come out a lot, and it just became to the point where I guess the walls went down and that part of my brain, my subconscious, and it just sealed together darkly and Wish, and here I am now. So that's cool. And it's been 8 minutes and I'm still talking. Oh man, it's probably gonna be longer than that. That's okay. We'll make multiple little cuts of this. Anyway, so that happened. Sorry if this sounds like it's all over the place. I don't script any of this. I just have little bullet points on like my computer in front of me to keep me on track, basically. But we integrated, we moved to Texas. Everyone's still around. I don't work at the bank anymore. I actually have a job working with animals. I don't want to get like really, really specific into it because I don't want people knowing like where I work. But it's it's been really nice. It really, really has. It's a pet store. But again, we don't need to get into details. But it's become a really nice, safe place, I feel like, for us. Um, Back when I worked at the bank on that day that we integrated, I I told my boss that we had DID, and it became so weird and so just uncomfortable that I decided I'm never going to tell anybody that we have that again. So here at this new job, I've told people, like my supervisors and my boss and the people that matter, that we have a dissociative disorder, but I haven't gotten into detail like I did with my old boss at the bank because it just it just got really weird. You could tell, like, as I was trying to explain to this man in my freaking panic what was happening because I was just mortified, he was not on the same page. I don't even know if he thought it was real. Like, he probably thought I was legitimately crazy. So after that, and, oh yeah, and then after that, he'd be like, "Oh, like yeah, I think I can tell like when you're in this like mode or when you're that person," and I just kind of try to like leave you alone when that happens, and it just got so weird and just it wasn't good. So after that, I was like, "Yeah, we're not doing that anymore." But at this pet store, I had to tell them to a degree because one day I came in and I was really, really, really just dissociated and not very grounded, and like Rod was near. And I heard down the grapevine that one of my supervisors thought we were on drugs. So I had to tell them that, like, I just told them, like, I just have a dissociative disorder and it looks like I am on drugs, but I promise I'm not on drugs. So we're all cool. We're all square there and everything's good. They get it. And I haven't had to, like, expose myself in any way. And no one really presses about it either, which is nice. Um, so yeah, we keep it to ourselves now. There's no reason to be telling people about our condition unless they literally catch us or something, which we've been close. Rod's been out before. We're kind of dabbling with our freedom when it comes to this job because a lot of it is just like downtime where we are by ourselves and we really don't have to interact with people, which is so nice. Um, I and Rod have noticed that we can kind of let some people out and like it's safe and it's fine. And I have had a coworker notice before where I came in and they're like, "What's wrong with you?" It was this girl, and I was like, "I'm just tired." I don't know. I just was like, "Oh yeah, we didn't sleep really well." And then the next day we came back and it was mostly me, like Rod wasn't around, and she was like, "Oh, you seem so much more like awake. Like, did you finally get your sleep?" And I was just like, "Yeah, we're working on it. It's getting better." Like they can tell, but I'm not fucking telling them why. There's no reason. So that part of life has been interesting work wise, but definitely better. I would say life has definitely improved since bank stuff. That said, though, since the integration, it's been really like not hard to keep up with this profile on Instagram and stuff, but like it's really been different just because like this Darkly 2.0 thing, like it's just different. Like we are a different person, more complete, but like different. So like the mind is working differently. I don't know really how to explain it really well, but it's I still love you guys. Obviously, I still remember who you guys are and everything, but it's like these memories have been passed to me. Like it almost legitimately feels like I wasn't there for the whole first, how old am I now? 29, I guess 27, 26 years. It's like it's just been handed to me. We'll say 26 for the sake of just whatever. It feels like the past 26 years of my life have just been handed to me through a book, and I was immediately like filled in on everything, but it wasn't my life. So it's been really, really weird, which is also why it's been hard to get back into like Fade number two or Red Eyes, because I'm also realizing, and I mean, we've talked about this, me and Rod, like it was like his book, obviously. And now I'm on my books, and he doesn't feel like writing the sequel, even though I thought it was a great idea or prequel, whatever it was. Maybe one day he will. I don't know. I literally can't make him do it. Um, so I've just been in the thick of my books, which has been really great. I've really been enjoying it. I've been on a roll. So we do have that new book coming out, The Sixth Slayer, which is super exciting and also very nerve wracking. But I'm excited for it. And I'm not really in a rush. Like, I would love to maybe like reread Fade myself, just to like remember. And then maybe discuss with Rod and see if he wants to work together and collaborate on a sequel, prequel. Um, he's actually around now, of course, now that I'm talking about this. He's telling me just go back to my notes, go back to my notes. Okay, okay, we won't talk about it. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Oh, well, you know what, Rod? The next notes is how is everyone doing? So we get to talk about you regardless. So, Rod, how are you doing? Rod. Okay, I'll speak for him. Rod, he's good. He's been good. He's been real, like, I always say they're quiet, but they're not really quiet. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's always there. Rod's been good. There hasn't been anything crazy going on, really. Um, he's had to get used to our new partner, of course. It's been 3 years now that we've been with them. They butt heads a lot, actually. Hopefully, he'll let me talk about this. Um, it doesn't get violent. It does not. That's the disclaimer. But Rod does get very aggressive, I will say. And it is, I don't like it, obviously. I don't. He knows he shouldn't be that way, but aggressive in like maybe like mannerisms and just like tone and things like that. It's like it verges on the level where I'm like, bro, you need to calm down. Like, so they butt heads a lot. And it's only because my partner is also a little bit of a hothead, and Rod is a little bit of a hothead as well. And he doesn't like people that rub him the wrong. Sorry, my brain is like frying right now. Anyways, so that's been fun. You know, he keeps his distance for the most part, but he has snapped on our partner before, and we're working on it. Luckily, our partner gets it, and he's still somehow super supportive and nice, and just he always says like he understands where Rod's coming from, and he doesn't like really hold it against him or anything. So that's good. Sully is still small, very small. He comes out a lot at work, especially when we're around the fish. He really likes looking at the fish. It, and it doesn't really become an issue actually. He's been really good. He mostly just looks. He's always just kind of out and around and looking. He hasn't gone big again in a really long time. I mean, since like these past 3 years that we've been living, like he's just still little. He gets along really, really well with my partner, though, because my partner also has a very childish, playful side to him. And I wonder what my bird squawking is going to sound like with this voice filter on. Sorry if it's like interrupting stuff because I don't know how it's going to read it. But anyway, Sully gets along really, really well with my partner. They love getting like ice creams together and just like playing games and stuff. So that's awesome. Alice, she hasn't been around much, but she has come out lately. And when she does, of course, I'm at work, you know, I'm talking to customers and things like that. Our accent will change a little bit. Luckily, these people don't know who I am, so they just think I'm probably, for some reason, from England, even though I don't really look it. But yeah, she's been good. Those are the most active, I will say, out of all of them, though. But Alice has been good. Rod's been good. Sully's been good. We're all just vibing, you know. As for everybody else who's just not as active, like Lou, Raven, Truth, Jean, I don't think I'm forgetting anybody. Maybe those I don't know about. Cerberus, the box. So unless you're reading our Wattpad, you wouldn't have known about this. And no, I know, no, I think I did mention it in one of my audios. We do have an altar that's an inanimate object, and it is the trauma holder, which is literally a blue pirate chest that's buried in the ground in our inner world, and it calls itself Cerberus. I don't know if it talks, but one day it just told me that, so that's great. But they are inactive, thankfully. And we really just have solely Alice and Rob coming to front most of the time, if anybody. So it's been good. It really has. I'm really proud of how far I've come as a system, and because it's been so good, sometimes I'm just like, wow, maybe I don't have it. Maybe I've been making it up for like ever, which is insane. But just this is just how it goes when you have this type of dissociative disorder. So it's like the better it gets and the more stable you become, the more you doubt that you have it. And then the worse it gets, and the more crazy you become, and the more just chaos there is, the more you also doubt it because you're like, maybe I'm just crazy. And that's that, you know. So, but obviously, they keep coming out. I don't know. It's a sticky mess. No one wants this. Nobody freaking wants this. It's a lot, but it's a good a lot because life has been really good. And I just wanted to get on here and talk to you guys and just let you know that we are good. We are thriving, actually. Um, we turn 30 next year, which is insane. And we're still in our book game. We're still going. We're not going anywhere. So I love you guys. I miss you guys. I really can't think of anything else that's going on. We still have all of our crazy animals and pets and things like that. Let me refer to my notes really quick, see if I missed anything. Hmm. No, yeah, I think that's it. It's not much going on, but you know what? A quiet life is a good life. It's peaceful. Um, yeah. I'm trying to look at my notes and see. I think that's it. Hell yeah, we kept this under an hour. Fuck yeah. And my bird will not shut up. I'm so sorry. Birdo thinks it's bedtime, and it is 4 o'clock in the afternoon. He goes to bed at like 8, so I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I love you guys so fucking much, and I hope I can do more of these more regularly. Um, and I really hope one day, like one of my alters will actually talk to you guys. It's been long enough. We know who they are. Come on. I will say that I have tried to start TikTok pages with my actual face out there before. That maybe only literally a handful of you guys would know about if you were in my Discord, especially. But I really tried to make like a little DID page just to kind of put my own perspective out there and offer, maybe a little bit more, just a little more that people can, I don't know. Whenever I see pages online and like on TikTok and whatever about DID and people sharing their experience with like OSDD and like just everything in between, it makes me want to be a part of that because of how I feel when I watch them. I feel seen and I feel heard. And I feel like we need more of that out there so that people can relate and not feel alone. But every single time I have tried to make a page for it or a profile for it, Rod has deleted it. So I guess we're never gonna make one. Also, though, that said, I realized that, if you have your phone number in other people's phones, their phones will be like, hey, you're on TikTok? Guess who else is on TikTok? Darkly. You should follow them just because we know he's in your contacts. And then they will find me. And I, again, don't really want people at work knowing that I have DID just because of risk factors. So I don't think I ever will. I would love to. Maybe one day if we felt safe enough, but oh well. I guess maybe maybe I can make one that's just my voice like this and no one ever sees anything. Wouldn't that just be the most entertaining channel in the world? Ah, yeah. There's no winning with this. It really isn't. Just kind of locked in myself. Ah, anyway, I'll cut it there. I don't know what else to say. Besides that, I just love you guys so much. And mwah.